Lots of stuff to do on the map. We've got some more dossiers. Recruit the convict in the Hourglass Nebula and recruit the Krogan, or the Warlord as he's actually called in the dossiers, at the Eagle Nebula. Too bad we actually know the name of this Krogan, Warlord Okeer, as was indicated on the dossier, so we know it's not Rex, unlike Archangel, who of course turned out to be Garrus. Project Overlord is a DLC, which we'll be doing much later in the game. Project Firewalker is also a DLC, which we already got messages about those, of course. And that's it for the moment, it seems. But Anderson wanted to talk to us at the Citadel, and we also have another DLC character to recruit there, the Master Thief, Kasumi Goto. So let's go there. Seems the Citadel also has a fuel depot, but other than that there's kind of little to do in this cluster. It's already 100%, no planets, you can't leave. Not right now, anyway. Now, I don't actually want to visit the Citadel properly, so I'm not going to look around too much yet. I have a reason for that. You'll find out at some point, maybe, perhaps, if I remember to tell you by the time we do get to the Citadel properly, which will be much later. Right now, I'm mainly just going there to talk to Anderson, do a little bit of shopping, but I'm going to leave much of the wards unexplored for the moment. Supposedly constructed by the long-extinct Protheans, this colossal deep space station serves as the capital of the Citadel Council. Gravity is simulated through rotation and is a comfortable 1.02 standard Gs on the wards and a light 0.3 standard Gs on the Presidium ring. Why it still says supposedly constructed by the Protheans when we know it was actually the Reapers that constructed the Citadel as well as the mass relays, I don't know. I guess that information hasn't been made public. Now, because we're in a Cerber ship, we're not parking at the Alliance dock, which places us in Zakera ward, rather a bit further away from the Presidium. I do believe. So that's why we don't end up at the same place, because we can't use the Alliance dock right now. Now, because we'll only be here shortly, it doesn't really matter who I pick, especially because the whole conversation with Anderson takes place with just Shepard, if I do recall correctly. Let's take Mordin and Miranda, why not? Anybody got any points? No. Now we need to keep an eye out for a special advertisement terminal.
Commander Shepard, enter the password and receive a free gift.
And I think we found it. That wasn't difficult, now was it?
Problems with collectors? Try Kasumi's credit services.
Nice double meaning there.
Commander Shepard, we have the finest companions waiting for you. Perhaps something petite, smart, and Japanese would be your style.
Are you talking about yourself, Kasumi?
Just
I wonder where she
password
is.
For a fabulous prize package worth millions of credits.
You're kind of over-evaluating yourself, perhaps.
Okay, really? How many times can you walk by without stopping?
Does this go on much longer?
Shepard, You do have the password, right?
You might want to think about your cover here.
Commander Shepard, enter the
Okay,
password
now she's
and receive
looping
a
around.
free gift.
Enough toying around.
Please tell me your password, Commander Shepard.
Cut the crap. That's not the password.
Silence is golden.
Good to finally meet you, Commander Shepard. Kasumi Goto. I'm a fan.
She was up in the rafters. You can't actually see her, even though I just tried.
Has Cerberus filled you in on the mission?
Honestly, I'm shocked they didn't come to see me sooner. My fault for being hard to find, I guess.
Yeah.
What's with the password and the sneaking around? Are you in trouble or something?
I'm the best thief in the business, not the most famous. Need to watch my step to keep it that way. I also needed to make sure all this was legit. And I have no doubts now. You're the real Commander Shepard.
What makes you so sure?
There's a certain aura about you. Like you've seen things no one else has. Even without knowing what you looked like, I knew it was you.
What brought you to Cerberus?
That's a bit of a story. Short version, they were looking for me, so I trailed them to find out why. Turns out they were looking for someone to join you on an important mission, and were offering a serious signing bonus. I had a thing I needed help with, so I made them a deal. And here we are.
I assume this deal is something I should know about?
Yeah, I guess it slipped their minds. I'm looking for my old partner's gray box. A man named Donovan Hawk took it, and I'm planning to get it back.
What's this heist you're planning?
Not here, Shepard. You'll get a briefing when the time comes. I need time to nail down the details anyway. I've taken the liberty of getting you some evening wear, though. You want to look presentable.
Intriguing. I wonder what that's gonna be about.
What do you know about Donovan Hawk?
Mr. Hawk is a well-respected businessman. Arms dealer, murderer, generally not a great guy. His mansion's famous for being hard to crack, but I have a way in, and I think you're gonna love it.
I doubt Hawk's the kind of guy who takes kindly to people sneaking into his house.
I always expect trouble. That's why you're here.
I assume a gray box is some kind of hardware?
It's a neural implant. Illegal in most places. Stores memories, thoughts, secret codes, illicit information. This one in particular belonged to my partner, Keiji Okuda. We worked together for a long time, before Hawk killed him.
Sounds like this might be personal.
Tell me about this former partner of yours.
His name was Keiji Okuda, the best hacker and entryman I've ever known. Unfortunately, he slipped up and made himself infamous. He stole something he shouldn't. He warned me it was bad, something that could spark interstellar war if it got out. That information got him killed.
What could he have found that's so bad?
He wouldn't say what it was, just that it was dangerous. He said if it got out, humanity would be in trouble. He encrypted it, wrapped it up in his own memories. To decode the information, you have to sift through all the time we spent together. Now those memories are all that's left of him.
I can understand why you'd want to get it back.
Getting it back will be easier with your help, Shepard.
If that's what Cerberus promised you, we'll get it done.
It'll be fun. And if we're lucky, you won't even have to draw your gun.
I'm betting we won't be lucky.
We should probably wrap this up. You look pretty silly standing there talking to an advertisement. See you on the ship, Shepard.
Like Zaid, Kasumi also does not have a recruitment mission, but she does have a loyalty mission, like everybody else in the crew, which she just told us about. It was now added to our journal. Kasumi, stealing memory. Master Thief Kasumi Goto has a problem. A ruthless arms dealer named Donovan Hawk killed her partner, Keiji Okuda, and stole Okuda's grey box, a neural implant that stores memories and information. Kasumi has planned a daring heist to recover Okuda's grey box, and has asked for help in pulling it off. Once this is done, Kasumi can dedicate all her attention to completing Shepard's mission. On the planet Beaconstein, which is actually in the Serpent Nebula, which is here, near the Citadel. But we won't be doing that for a while either. It's quite a nice mission though, I quite like it. But it's also quite hard, so I kind of want to have better equipment and more points and stuff. And, ooh, some Hanar. Kasumi is also a very nice character, I like her. And a very useful squad mate as well, even though she does have some overlap with my powers. I think she also has Overload. And she also has Shadow Strike, which is kind of a souped up version of Tactical Cloak. Makes her invisible and allows her to, well, basically teleport to strike enemies. Can be quite useful. Apex Omnitools. Let's see, apparently Morden has something to say about this Keeper.
Keepers. Fascinating creatures. Genetic constructs adapted to work in Citadel. Couldn't survive outside. Unknown purpose. Wish I could have studied them. Had other things to do instead.
Well, we kind of find out.
This recruits is a 20-kilo ferrous slug. Feel the weight! Every 5 seconds, the main gun of an Everest-class dreadnought accelerates 1 to 1.3% of light speed. It impacts with the force of a 38-kiloton bomb. That is 3 times the yield of the city buster dropped on Hiroshima back on Earth. That means Sir Isaac Newton is the deadliest son of a bitch in space. Now, Serviceman Burnside, what is Newton's first law?
Sir, an object in motion stays in motion, sir.
No credit for partial answers, maggot!
Sir, unless acted on by an outside force, sir.
Damn straight! I dare to assume you ignorant jackasses know that space is empty. Once you fire this hunk of metal, it keeps going till it hits something. That can be a ship, or the planet behind that ship. It might go off into deep space and hit somebody else in 10,000 years. If you pull the trigger on this, you are ruining someone's day, somewhere and sometime. That is why you check your damn targets. That is why you wait for the computer to give you a damn firing solution. That is why, Serviceman Chung, we do not eyeball it. This is a weapon of mass destruction. You are not a cowboy shooting from the hip.
Sir, yes, sir!
And a meme was born. The whole Sir Isaac Newton is a deadly son of a bitch in space thing. And quite right. We already read something about that in the codex of the last game. I think that's the only thing he has to say.
This recruits is
Yes.
a 20-kilo ferrous slug.
Okay, well,
Feel
he
the
can
weight.
repeat that.
Every 5 seconds, the main gun of an Everest
And we can listen to Galactic News here. Some of it is the same as what we heard on Omega, some of it isn't.
The Destiny Ascension has completed its 20-colony victory cruise. Council members aboard thanked Human Alliance soldiers for their efforts in repelling Saren's invasion 2 years ago. The attack on the human colony of Freedom's Progress has generated a swift but confused response. Aid vessels have been sent, but it is not clear whether there are survivors. The Council offered its sympathy, but regretted that it could not become involved in a purely human matter.
Great, sounds like the Council is useful as ever.
Alliance military officials are having difficulty meeting hiring quotas, according to a new report. Since Eden Prime, an initial surge in patriotic enlistments was followed by a downturn, as the public became skeptical that the Alliance can match Geth technology. Fears of an uncontrolled plague in the streets of Omega have been laid to rest, as the disease is now under control.
You hear that, Morden? I guess he wasn't listening.
The colony of Mindoir has won the right to use Commander Shepard's likeness on its colonial seal. The commander's family was killed in a slaver attack, but Shepard has maintained ties to the colony.
You might want to tell them that I'm not actually dead before they do that.
An independent inquiry is investigating a group known as Cerberus in light of charges made by one Corporal Toombs and testimony by an apparent Cerberus scientist. A researcher known only as Dr. Wayne has been promised immunity and has suggested Cerberus may also be tied to the death of Admiral Kohoku several years ago.
More stuff referring to side quests, both the one from Admiral Kohoku and the one with Corporal Toombs.
The Systems Alliance Parliamentary Subcommittee for Transhuman Studies has awarded reparations for biotics suffering complications from L2 implants. Subcommittee Chairman Burns thanked biotics everywhere for their patience and understanding, and promised more help for those forgotten by the system until now.
And that's another fallout from our actions.
The Tyrian government is considering further reparations to humans whose ancestors died in the Relay 314 incident at Shashi. The Turian government previously made reparations from what humans call the First Contact War, but refused to pay interest. The Turian hierarchy has supported improved relations with humanity since the Alliance's heroic sacrifice defending the Citadel from Saren's attack 2 years ago.
Nice. Sure, Ashley would like that. Wonder where she is.
Certa Foundation is likely to close by the end of this fiscal year. The Foundation never recovered from a deadly attack by biotic extremists on one of its medical centers 2 years ago.
Does every single message have something to do with side quests from Mass Effect 1?
Celebrations are planned across Terra Nova for the upcoming anniversary of the thwarted terrorist attack on the colony. Former hostage Kate Bowman is expected to read a thank you message to Alliance soldiers who rescued her. The Batarian terrorist responsible for the attack on the colony, known only as Balak, remains at large.
That's Bring Down the Sky, the DLC from the previous game. Of course, this message depends on how you handled that. If you didn't save the hostage, or if you didn't save the planet at all, you get a different message. And if you didn't have the DLC, you don't get a message.
Shepard Memorial Plaza on Elysium was voted this year's hottest wedding location. Under Admiral Hackett's orders, money raised from wedding fees goes to funds for Alliance veterans.
Okay. Good to know, I guess.
Explorer ships have reported seeing vessels of an unknown make, but whose silhouette strongly resembles ancient Rachni ship profiles. The few ships sighted have been small scouting vessels that rapidly retreated. The Council has pledged a full investigation.
Anything to do with our queen? Or more random Rachni survivors? Like we killed dozens of.
Sources say that the Asari Shaira, more commonly known as the Consort, may be leaving the Citadel after years of bad press and rumors of intelligence leaks.
Okay, I guess our help wasn't enough then.
Commander Shepard. He uncovered Saren's plan, defeated the Geth army, and died in the final days of the fight. Or did he? Witnesses report seeing him alive on Omega.
The witnesses are right.
2 years after a Geth attack nearly destroyed it, the colony of Zoo's Hope has announced plans for an expansion.
We definitely heard that one on Omega.
The Kaden Alenko Memorial Scholarship has begun sending gifted human biotics to the Ascension Project for care and training. Alenko, a graduate of the controversial Biotic Acclimation and Temperance Training Project, sacrificed his life to help stop Saren on Vermeer. Later today, we interview Counselor Anderson. The tireless former soldier has put down his guns to build bridges with numerous trade treaties. Tune in and find out what the man behind Commander Shepard's rise to fame thinks is the greatest threat to intergalactic stability. The Destiny Ascension has completed its 20-colony victory cruise. Council members aboard thanked Human Alliance soldiers for their efforts in repelling Saren's invasion 2 years ago.
Okay, and that was all of them, I think. I think we...
I'm sorry, sir, but I'll need you to remove any biotic amp you might be wearing.
What? Why?
Unfortunately, sir, biotics can be used as a weapon. The rules require me to confiscate all amps. Could you please hand over yours?
I don't have one. I'm not a biotic.
Oh. Well, when you objected, I thought...
You humans are all racist.
And that's not a racist statement at all. And you should have known that. There's very rare, very few Turian biotics.
Can I help you, sir?
It's been a couple of years since I passed through here. Security seems to have tightened a bit.
After the Geth attack, there was a review of security protocol. A few minor changes were made to reduce the risk of Geth infiltration. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Thanks for your time.
Next.
Well, let's see if we can find Anderson somewhere. Presumably we have to go through the security check. And this hallway offers a nice view of the interrogation chambers. Who thought that was a good idea? I don't know.
Obviously, security has tightened since you were last here.
Shut it down. What? Do you seriously think? Yeah, okay. Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. Our scanners are picking up false readings. They seem to think you're... dead.
I was listed as missing in action a couple of years ago.
Would you mind checking in with my captain? He can reinstate you in our system. He's just past the scanners on your right.
Okay, apparently we need to talk to this Captain, Bailey.
You'll have to make him scream a little. He's not gonna tell you everything just because you ask.
I know, sir.
If you don't have the stomach or you're worried about being reported, I can take care of it.
No, sir. I can handle it.
He sounds like a tough bastard. Maybe that's because he's Colonel Tai from Battlestar Galactica. Or at least has the same voice.
Yes, I see the problem already, Commander Shepard. My console says you're dead.
But you're not worried I'm some imposter claiming to be me?
We have the best screening equipment in the galaxy. Those scanners can sample DNA from skin flakes. Hell, if you have unregistered gene mods, they can even figure those out.
Your sergeant said you could help with that.
Usually you'd have to go through the Station Security Administration to reactivate your IDs. Then to Customs and Immigration to regain access to the Citadel itself, and probably a stop by the Treasury. Spending a year dead is a popular tax dodge.
Is it? Okay.
But I can see you're a busy man. So how about I just press this button right here, and we call it done?
Couldn't one of us, or both of us, get into trouble for that?
There's no way to fool the DNA scanners in that tunnel. You're you. Why wait in long lines and fill out a massive useless hard copy paperwork to get to the same place? The Council does everything by the book. They've had thousands of years to write it. Sometimes things need to get done without a committee vote.
Yaris would like this guy.
You're not big on formalities, are you?
I'm with them right up until they keep people from doing their jobs. There. I just saved you about 9 days of running around. That said, you should head up to the Presidium and tell them you're still alive. The Council probably wants to talk to the one who saved their scaly asses.
What's the easiest way to get to the Presidium from down here?
Head back through the security checkpoint and take a public shuttle.
Screw the Council! That's a bit, unjustified.
I will. Having access to the Council and the Spectre's resources would be useful.
Yeah. The Council can get anything. Best thing about working CSEC is that any equipment, information, or money you need, you get. Anyway, something else you need? Or can I get back to work?
I overheard your conversation. Make him scream a little?
This isn't the Presidium. All they have to worry about are protesters outside their free speech zones or someone's poodle crapping on the grass. Down here, we have drugs, organized crime, and murder. Policing a ward is like policing New York City. Sometimes you have to work outside the Council's rulebook.
It looks like most of the damage from Sovereign's attack has been repaired.
The Presidium was pretty shot up, of course. They fixed that first. All the wards got hit with debris when the ship exploded. Most of the damage was superficial, and the Keepers got things restored fast. Tasery Ward got the worst. A big chunk hit near the Dillanaga concert hall. They're still clearing wreckage and trying to get power restored.
Dillanaga, isn't that the matriarch that we found all those writings from? Apparently somebody named the concert hall after her. We already asked this, didn't we?
I need to talk to the Council. How can I get to the Presidium from here?
Head through the security checkpoint and take a public shuttle.
Tell me about this place.
All the wards are more or less multicultural, but the other four are dominated by Asari, Turians, or Solarians. In Zakira, we've got major enclaves of Volus, Elcor, and Hanar. There's also a human commercial zone at Shinakiba. We've got a few Krogan walking around, and I think I saw a Quarian the other day.
Quarians on the Citadel. It's not the first time.
Last time I was here, there were no human captains in CSEC.
Well, CSEC took a lot of casualties when the Geth boarded the Presidium. The Special Response Division was hard hit. They stopped turning their noses up at human resumes. They needed bodies in uniform, and we had the most experienced bodies.
I should be going.
You need anything else, let me know.
I quite like Bailey, and we will be seeing more of him later, which is nice. Now, essentially, I'm just going to go back and meet with Anderson. There's only one thing I want to do. I'm not going to talk to Avina for the moment. Or two things, actually. There's two stores right next to the entrance here. One on this side, one on the other side. And I want to visit those, but that's the only thing I want to do right now.
I hear this is the best place for food on Zakera Ward.
You heard wrong. This is the best place for food on the whole damn Citadel.
Okay. Okay, I think we need to walk away and come back.
Fine, fine. I just need to pick up some spices. Amino-dextrous and amino-sinister, if you have it.
You don't mix your spice chirality. What cooking school did you say you went to?
I don't go to cooking school. I just want something tasty to put on a steak.
Why don't you just go to Fish Dog Food Factory? It's on level 23. Ask for their tummy-tingling tachanka sauce.
I have a feeling that that sauce is going to be horrible. Tachanka is the Krogan homeworld, you might remember. But yeah, mixing dextro and levo food is not going to work. Let's see what else they have to say.
Come on, please, you have to help me. I need to make something nice. It's for a date.
Fine. Asari honey marinade. Made at an Ardat Yakshi monastery by sad, tortured blue souls. Too sweet for a real connoisseur, but anyone willing to date you will probably be impressed.
Hey, thanks.
That wasn't a compliment.
I hear this is the best place for food
that was it.
Ward.
Let's see what we can buy here. High-grade provisions. That's what Mess Sergeant Gardner wanted us to buy. Wow, we're going to have some good grub in the mess hall by the looks of that. Various quality cuisine items used to prepare diplomatic dinners aboard starships. Let's get that. The Ascension novel. Written by human author Drew Karpyshyn, the popular military historical novel Ascension focuses on several lives warped or destroyed by the human survivalist called Cerberus. This is actually a real novel, which you can read for real if you buy it for real. If you buy it here, you can't actually read it. I think you just get a codex entry about it. Let's buy it anyway. It's only 5 credits. Same with Revelation. Revelation is a popular military historical novel by human writer Drew Karpyshyn that dramatizes human conflicts and political expansion following the 2148 discovery of a Prothean mass relay on Pluto and the beginning of human galactic exploration. So it's kind of a recursive canon, this.
You heard wrong. This is the best place for food on the whole damn Citadel.
Yeah. Now, just a brief stop at the store on this side.
Good day, my friends. Welcome to the Citadel.
I'd like to buy something.
My apologies. I do not make sales. I'm here to answer questions and process returns and exchanges. To make a purchase, browse our electronic catalog over there.
These stores are owned by the Citadel, right?
That's correct. Citadel souvenirs outlets are owned by the Council government. The profits generated by sales are used to maintain the station. We offer an assortment of decorations suitable for display in your personal quarters.
And like most jobs, we have an opportunity to bargain for a discount.
Since these stores are owned by the Council, do government employees get a discount?
Yes, in fact. What's your position?
I'm a former Spectre.
My goodness, I didn't know Spectres quit. I don't believe you qualify for a discount, though.
How about if I throw in an endorsement from the man who defeated Saren?
You are Shepard? My goodness. The increase in sales would certainly be worth offering a discount.
What do you need me to do?
Just voice your endorsement into my console.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Excellent. I will get my clerical VI to add it to our advertising immediately.
And we're going to say that about every store on the Citadel. But that will have to wait until we actually explore the rest of the wards. For now, let's buy some stuff here. This is the reason I wanted to go to this store now. The Space Hamster! The hamster who was in space! This small furry rodent looks up at you with what seems like a knowing smile. Okay. Quite expensive, actually. But worth it. And some fish. For our aquarium. Large spined fish common to the lakes of Ilium. Also buy a model Normandy SR-1 for our collection. And a small ship model of the Asari Dreadnought made famous for saving the Citadel Council at the Battle of the Citadel. The Destiny Ascension. Good.